Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Well, with everything going on in our world today, Kids Help Phone is dealing with an overwhelming increase in calls and texts. Joining us today is Catherine Hay, President and CEO of Kids Help Phone, telling us the kinds of things young people are concerned about and what you can do to help. But I want to start off with some good news, some positive news. First of all, good morning. So good to see you.
Good morning.
Thank you for the work that you do and everybody who is working right now to help the little ones who have concerns, teens, tweens, and little wee ones. So what is the good news that you want to share first?
Well, the good news story really is the fact that Kids Help Phone has been here for 30 years. We are 24/7. We are still here 24/7 for young people in Canada. And as young as 5, all the way through to about 28, actually. It's a changing demographic. We have not closed our lines. We will not close our lines. We're seeing an increase in kids reaching out. And that's actually a good news story, because if they reach out to us, we know they're getting support and help. The other good news story is that Canada is mobilizing behind Kids Help Phone. They're mobilizing behind youth. We have more crisis responders on our platforms. Our counselors are going remote and doing a great job. And the volunteer reach out right now is extraordinary. In the last 24 hours, we've had over 160 people reach out to us to say they want to help. That is amazing. That's Canada.
That's Canada, because people have the time. They're at home. They're like, what can I do to help others in need? You can volunteer a couple of hours a day and go through the course and be able to manage all of the calls coming in. So let's talk about the concerns that you're hearing recently. There is an uptick, as you mentioned. And what are some of the questions you're being asked or concerns?
So we've seen a big increase, doubling overnight in contacts out to Kids Help Phone in the last 24 to 48 hours. And here's another statistic, more than 350% increase in people calling us or contacting us about COVID or coronavirus. Words they're saying are scared, I'm afraid, virus, what does that mean? Worried about their family, worried about their friends. You know, they're at the start end of an isolation period. That's kind of scary for them. They don't know what next week is going to look like. So we're hearing that from them, and the most important thing for us and for, I recommend anybody, is just to validate that. It's okay to be afraid. I'd say we're all a little bit unsettled, so acknowledging that is important, and then funnel them to Kids Help Phone. Not only are our crisis responders there or counselors there, but we have massive resources on our website, tools that kids can use, people can use, parents can use on how to talk about this. So that's what we're hearing.
What are some advice you'd give to parents right now? Because there is all this information. There's also misinformation out there. And they're being inundated because they're all at home. So what would you say to parents to allay some of the fears? Because you're right, it is okay to feel that. We are in a very living through an anxious time, a different time, but also to focus on the fact that look at all the recovered cases, look at all the people that are on the other side of this already, right? Do you think that's a good approach?
I think it's a great approach. Talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Be careful of your kids that might be isolating themselves even within their home. That may feel comforting, but they might feel more isolation. There is some great articles on Kids Help Phone's Gateway or website about triggering. News articles can be triggering for young people. So just demystify it and talk about it.
Do you encourage that there's a family time where everybody sits down?
100%.
A lot of people are saying, guess what? We're all together for dinner again, which is a good thing. Is that a great place to do a check-in while sharing a meal?
Great place, great place. Simple conversation, camaraderie, love around the table. You know, it's still okay to pet your dog and play in the backyard and have some goofy times, play games, touch back to your family roots, and just watch out for your kids.
So if people are watching right now and they want to help volunteer and donate their time, how do they do that?
Go right to our website at kidshelpphone.ca and you'll see a spot for volunteering. We could use all the help we could get, and you know, it just is something heartwarming to have us all rally around the young people in Canada.
And it's a two-tiered system. So you have the responders who take the calls, which is where you're looking for volunteers right now, and then you have the certified counselors who actually handle those calls. Is that how that goes?
So we have our crisis responders, which are volunteers, handling our text, and do it all remotely from your home. overseen by a coach who is a professional counselor.
Okay.
And then we have our whole professional counseling program, which is on the phone.
It's so important to talk about it. That's the best thing to do. KidsHelpPhone.ca. I've also referred many people who've written here via Twitter, and I know I'm not well equipped to answer, but I'm so happy they reach out. And it's at Kids Help Phone on Twitter as well. If you want to reach them there, reach out to somebody. And thank you to everybody doing that work on the front lines of the phones. Thank you. That's great advice. Right now, we're throwing things over to Mel in the newsroom.